A1 and welcome to online lecture of electronics. And in today's lecture, we're starting the paper that is power electronics. So this is the syllabus of BSc 3 electronics. So in last semester, that is semester 5th, we have studied two paper that is DSC 1005 E1 and second paper is DSC 1005 E2. So in this semester, we're starting the two papers that is DSC 1005 F1 and F2. So this power electronics is section of the DSC 1005 F2. So this is the syllabus of our paper that is power electronics. We have 4 chapters in this syllabus. First one is the power electron devices, which is for the 10 hours. Now second chapter is a thyristor. So this is one of the member of power electron devices, which have the 8 hours. Next chapter is the control rectifier, which is again for 8 hours. And last chapter is the power systems. That's nothing but the applications of the power electronics, which is again for the 10 hours. So power electronics is nothing but the use of electronic devices or maybe the circuits or electronic circuit theory to control. So this is first function, to control and convert. This is second. So power electronics is nothing but the use of electronic devices, circuit or electronic circuit theory to control and convert electric power. So in between the source to the load. So the power electrons playing the important role in between the source to the load. And this power, which power we are control for the convert. It may be the milliwatt. That means power may be the small, or it may be the megawatt. Power may be the high. It may be kilowatt. It may be gigawatt. So this is it's not depends on the always the power is the high. So that is a definition of the power electrons, and this is a general block diagram of the power electrons. So what power electrons doing here? So this is source. We're taking the power from the source and delivering to the. So source may be the AC, maybe a DC, or maybe the unregulated power. This is our source input power, and this is load. So load is nothing but your home applications or appliances. It may be a fan. It may be a washing machine, it may be your mobile, it may be your laptop, or it may be some industrial motors or something, whatever it may be. So this is the load. And providing the appropriate power to the load. Suppose this is my application that is nothing but the laptop. And this laptop is required a 12-volt DC voltage, 12-volt DC. So at that time, this power electrons perform the functions to take the power which is present at your home or the office, that is a 230 volt AC. So this is the power which is present at your home, that is 230 AC. This is the AC, and it provides a constant DC. Provide a constant 12 volt AC by using the some rectifies operations. Again, it performs the other functions. That means, suppose the power, because of the here fluctuation, this power also increases and we get the 14 volt. So at that time, the sensors and controller perform the functions and maintain this power to the again for the again, because of the fluctuation, this power gets reduces. It maybe go to the 200, and because of 200, the power again goes to the below 10 volt. But this laptop requires the constant 12 volt. So at that time, these controllers and sensors and this power electronics circuit perform the function and provide again constant 12 volt. That means maintain the 12 volt voltage to the scenario of the power electronics. So power electronics again perform the various applications like power saving of the power. Next, to reduce the noise which is occur in this circuitry, improve the system performance. So these are the various functions perform the power electronics. Applications of the power electronics. So look at this one PPT. Here in the first point, we look at the population is growing, and because of the growing populations, the burden on the city also increases. Again, because of the increase of populations, the demand of the energy also increases. And right now, we providing the need of the energy with the help of the some traditional sources. Which are the traditional sources like fossil fuel? The second one is a coal. So these are the most we are depends on this the supplies. And so these sources, first problem is that these sources are the limited. They are not abundant in the nature. One day these sources will be vanished. And second one is because of the burning of this coal and the fuels, we generate so much of the CO2, and this CO2 create the global warming issue. So this is again a big challenge in front of the society, how to tackle this problem. And some countries like Germany, Denmark, some European countries are switching their energy requirement from the conventional sources to the renewable sources. And one of the example we can give the Denmark country is expected to be 100% fossil fuel up to the 2050. So in that scenario, we can look the how we can use renewable energy for your applications. So this is a solar panel. So this solar panel is nothing but renewable energy source, and it provide what it provide. It provide the 12-volt DC supply. It provide the 12-volt or maybe a DC. Generally, it provide the DC. And we look at this is our loads. It may be a tube light or maybe a some light. The second load is the battery. So these are our daily used loads. These are some home applications, appliances. It may be fan, it may be refrigerator, mobile fans, TVs, like that. So each device has a different requirements. This device require the AC. So there is a required AC. So all these devices are required the AC. So this device require the DC. So this device, that is battery, require the DC power supply. So that time the solar energy, which is we taking from this solar panel provide the DC voltage, and depends on the connection, series connection. We can be go for the 12 volt, we can be go for the 48, we can be go to, depends on the your voltage requirements. So it provide the DC voltage. So that time this power electronics is very important to convert the DC voltage to the AC voltage. Okay. Again, the DC voltage we provided to the DC for the battery. Suppose we are getting the here 12 volt, and this battery voltage. So battery required 24 DC voltage. So at that time, this power electronics perform the functions conversion of the DC to DC with the increase in the DC. That is called as a converters. Conversion of the DC to DC. Low DC voltage to the high DC. Sometimes it may be perform the different applications in the reverse. That means it provide the 48 volt DC to the 24 volt. It may be possible with the improvement in the performance. Again, this various applications require the different type of the AC. Suppose this fan required 230 volt, 230 volt AC. Again, that time this power electronics convert the DC voltage to the AC. That is inverter applications. So these are the some applications of the power electronics. Yes. So again, we can look. So next application of the power electronics is to provide the which is power. Next application of the power electronics is to provide the energy, renewable energy to the transformer, that is transmission applications. These are the grid. So this power electronics take the power from the renewable sources, that may be a solar cell, maybe the grid, sorry, that maybe a power photovoltaic cell. Okay, now next we can use power electronics at the time of the distribution of the electricity. Now we implementing the renewable energy sources of plant which can generate the power in the form of the kilowatt, megawatt, or in the form of the gigawatt. Depends based on this photovoltaic cell. Not only photovoltaic cell, it may be in the form of the wind energy. And this generated power you distributing at your home with the help of the grid. So that time the conversion of this generated power towards the grid is the big challenges, and this challenge is maybe simplified with the help of the using the some power electronics converter. So these power electron devices can handle the power which is generated in the form of the kilowatt or megawatt and convert the requirement which type of the power is required. Suppose this renewable energy generate the power. Suppose this is solar photovoltaic cell. So this photovoltaic cell generate the DC voltage. So this is DC voltage, and we transmitting the power with the help of this grid or the transmission line in the form of the AC. So that time the conversion of the DC to the AC is done by the power. Again, if you use here renewable source like the wind energy, so and it generates the AC power of the frequency 100 hertz, and we are utilizing the AC power which is the frequency of the 50 hertz. Again, AC. Okay, this is a AC. So that time the conversion of the 100 volt AC to the 50 hertz AC or the high voltage is the big challenge, and this challenge can be solved with the help of the power electron. Okay. Again, next application is that the computer supplies or the mobile supplies. Again, we know that we utilizing the power that is which is available in your home, that is 230 volt. But our mobile, if you take the mobile, if you take the laptop, it requires the suppose you take the mobile, it requires the 5 volt DC supply. It may be sometimes the 3.5 volt DC supply. If you take the laptop, it requires a 12 volt DC supply. Again, if you use the laptop, if you use the computer, in computer there are the requirement of the various DC supply, maybe 5 volt, maybe 10 volt, or maybe the 12 volt. So that time the conversion of the that power is performed by using the power electron. So this is the some pictures in which we perform the power electron functions. So this is one of the big applications of the power electronics. Right now we are looking the vehicles which are running on the electrics. So there are some vehicles. So Tata also launches the vehicles, that is battery operated vehicles. So that time, so power electronics is playing the very important role. Again, the one of the largest company, that is Tesla, is also launching its electric vehicles in India. So power electronics again playing the very important roles. So these are the some general applications of the power electronics. There are the so many of the tremendous applications of the power electronics. We are not going for the details. So in the last, so we making the again recaps. So at the last, we again is making the definition of the power electronics. So power electronics is nothing but the applications of the electronics and circuits that deals with the conversion or processing of the electric power from the one format to another using the solid state semiconductor devices. That is there is a source and this is a load. Which type of the power required for the load and which type of the power required to the load is used with the help of this power electronics. So this is simple definitions of the power electronics. Okay, thank you.